first question. First of all, thank you very much for coming out this morning. I know I speak to Dora and she'll get an opportunity to speak. Whose is this first door knocking deployment? Mine too. It's my first door knocking deployment. I've gone door knocking. I've never door knocked like this kind of an organization, and I appreciate you coming out here. You know, the country is on fire right now, and I think to see the young ones here recognizing it, a couple of people in my generation, it's spread out. The freedom movement is on fire, and I know I appreciate it. This is my first endeavor into politics, and that's the reason that's driving me. Today we're out for myself, for Dory, for State Senate, Allison Esposito, for Congress, right? We understand that this is probably one of the most pivotal elections in our lifetimes, in your young lifetime. Some of you can't even vote. We've had enough of the policies of the left, of the progressive Marxists, of the Harrisons, of the Walls, of the Ryans, of the Scoopuses, and of the Ecuses, right? We need conservative values. We need Republican Party members in to replace them. We need Tom Lapolla. We need Dory Houle. We need Allison Esposito. We need that man right there. We need to get from top of the ballot to the bottom of the ballot. Donald J. Trump's at the top, Tom Lapolla's at the bottom, and Dory's in between. Conservative values, Republican principles, that's what's going to save this country, that's what's going to save this state, that's what's going to help us fix New York State. And together, I appreciate you guys taking the time from your busy Saturday morning to come out here and help us do that. You don't realize, I mean, me and Dory have had this discussion. I'm running for a local position. You folks are here. I'm just the face. Dory's just the face of this movement. It's you folks that are going to create this change. And again, it's not a change that we hear from the left, from the Marxists. It's a change rooted in the Constitution, rooted in the Declaration of Independence, something that we don't learn anymore in the schools. That has to be brought back to the schools. We need to grab our constitutional values again. All right? So I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, all of the young folks and some of the not so young folks for coming here. And I want to acknowledge my friend Steve for coming out too. Steve, the Town of New Windsor supervisor, will give him a chance to speak as well in a second. So I want to thank Steve for coming out. And the Town of New Windsor. I've been out and about for the last few months knocking on the doors. I'm getting to meet all the good people in the 99th. Every town has its own feel, and I'm loving New Windsor. They're the next stop on my 99th Assembly District barbershop tour, so I'm looking forward to that. You're going to have to give me a barber, Steve. All right, so I'll give you Dory, and then we'll let Steve speak in a minute. Dory, come on up. You got something to give him a cheer. Cheery. And before, and Elias will break down on how we're going to go out and do the door knocking. He's the organizational guy. Go, Dory.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, everyone. Again, how many people is this first time for a door knocking deployment? Yeah. So this is a true sign that finally we, the people, are waking up. We, the people, have decided that we've had enough of the professional politicians that we've sent to office. We've sent people up to Albany, we've sent people down to Washington, D.C., and they don't represent we, the people. Now we finally have an opportunity, thanks to all of you who are getting involved, to go out and generate that element of the electorate. It is up to us. If we don't do it, no one will. So we're going to take this opportunity today. We're going to go knock on some doors in New Windsor. We're going to ask them, have you felt the crunch in your pocket? Is it more difficult for you to pay your bills? Is it more difficult for you to put milk and bread on the table? Is it more difficult for you to be able to say yes to your kids when they ask for something special? And the answer is going to be hands down, absolutely. Is it more difficult for you to listen to the conversations that your kids are bringing home from school? Yes, it is. And this is why we're getting involved, to be able to save our kids, to be able to save our state, and to be able to save our country. And it is us, we the people, who are going to make that change.
Let Steve have a moment.
Good, I offered it.
This man has been very good to me. The town of New Windsor has been very good to all of us. This is the heart and soul of Orange County. This is the heart and soul of the 99th Assembly District, and Steve is a great friend and supervisor.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, I just want to make sure folks know how important this is, the door knocking. I'm all too familiar with it because I won my primary by 5 votes. So it's very, very, very important that everybody gets out and supports. I'm certainly supporting Tom. The 99th District is 10 in New Windsor here, and I need some represent from the Assembly in New Windsor here. So this is very, very important for us, and also to get that seat back in as well as here. So again, I appreciate everybody coming out and supporting Tom. I'll be upset with my grandson knocking on my neighborhood, the doors, getting the people out. But again, it's very, very important. Spread the word right up until election day. Again, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You get pictures? Let's go. Come on, Dory. You got the, where's my, that's your job.
Well, that's after all this, but
I will
okay.
do it till
To elect Tom Lapolla?
Woohoo!
Hey, you're the youngest in the back. Are we fired to elect Tom Lapolla? Yeah. Great. Dory Hool, Allison Esposito, and of course Trump Vance at the top of the ticket. Thank you all so much for coming out. We're going to go back inside. We're going to send people out in groups of 2. With the walk list that we have set up there, if you want to do, raise your hand if you want to walk with paper, right? Houses, right? Walk list on paper. Okay. Each packet of houses has a script on the back if you don't want to wing it at first. A little thing you want to say of the person in the front of the door, and a little script, key talking issues where Tom stands. We have palm cards. Everybody could share. If you're going to go on one side of the street and one side of the street, if you guys want to go together, all set. You do not have to do the full packet. If you want to, that'd be great. You don't have to. But after we go back inside, set everybody up, make sure everybody has palm cards, packets, and we'll send you out. All good?
Yep.
Thank you so much.